So, John, wow, this is one of the hardest pieces in the repertoire. You know, I was watching Gil Shaham. Have you ever watched his class? He was teaching this guy. Gil Shaham is one of the greatest violinists. He said, I've never played this piece. It's much too difficult. He's one of the greatest violinists in the world. So it's really one of the hardest pieces. And I asked you, why did you choose it? And you said, because you like it. Right? As you were playing, I didn't feel that your love of the music was coming over. What I felt was that you were concentrating very hard on playing the notes. Do you know why you keep your eyes closed when you play? It helps you concentrate, right. Okay, so that's a very important part of playing. It's an athletic event, and you want to concentrate as hard as you can on playing right. But this is not only about the notes. It's not only about the virtuosity. It's about passion. And you know what happened here? Ysaye wrote 6 pieces, each one dedicated to one violinist, one great violinist that he admired tremendously. And he tried to capture the character of that violinist in the music. And Enescu, who was the person he dedicated this to, was a Romanian with a gypsy character. Apparently he was a fantastically brilliant, extraordinary musician with a spectacular memory. He remembered everything in the whole of music, and he could play everything. And he was a conductor and great violinist. And what we're seeing is a 13-year-old boy struggling to play the piece, which is so difficult. But you know, we're not interested in difficulty. Listeners are not interested in difficulty. They're interested in communication. And I would recommend that you occasionally open your eyes and realize there are people out there. Right? And that wouldn't be a bad idea for you generally. You're now 13. 13 is a very watershed age. The Jewish people have established 13 as the year of the bar mitzvah, when you become a man. Right? So should we just designate this day as the day in which John Shu becomes a man and stops being concerned about himself only, because that's what you're doing. You're nervous when you play. The reason you're nervous is because you're thinking about you. Your job is to bring this music to life, to passion, to vitality, to expression, so that the people can get the message from Ysaye. Right? Do you notice in that sentence I just said, the word I didn't appear once? Right? It's the I that gets in the way, and it makes you nervous and makes you anxious because you're thinking, am I good enough? Will they like it? Will I make a mistake? Are other people better? You know, all of that's going on in your head. That's distracting. That conversation is tremendously distracting. And that voice is going in your head all the time. And I have a recommendation to you. If that voice comes up while you're playing and starts speaking in your ear, like saying you haven't practiced enough, do you know how many people play this piece better than you do? That difficult passage is coming right up. If that voice comes in your head while you're playing, turn to that voice and say, thank you for sharing, I'm busy. Okay, you got it? Because you're busy about something. You got a group of people. Imagine how many people there are in this room, and then think how many people there are at the other side of this camera. Right? Wow, that's exciting. Isn't that exciting? All right, so now let's see what's happening here. This is very interesting. This is not only a piece I don't play, because I don't play the violin. It's also a piece I don't know. But I looked at it a little bit this morning, and it's very interesting because there are no bar lines. Isn't that interesting? There are no bar lines. So obviously he wanted it to be extremely free and improvisatory. What he's doing is he's thinking and presencing his God, Bach, because both Ysaye and Ionesco revered Bach. Right? So that's what's going on. This is a flamboyant gypsy-like expression of Bach, like the chaconne. You know that? Okay, so just start at the beginning. Yeah, that's much too soft for a piano. That's a pianissimo. So a piano is a healthy sound, right? A strong sound. Like the opening of the Bruch violin concerto, you know, that long G. It's like that. Maybe it's a memory of that. John, you know what's interesting about this? These are whole tone scales. Look. And then again, D. And one more. Right? So that's a very odd thing because we don't think in whole tone. Come a little bit this way. And yeah, just this way. That's right. So we can communicate. So just start at the beginning. A. Now. D, 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 D. And then again, D, da, D, da, D, T. And then you get D, what is it? F, G, A. Right. That's a huge thing from the beginning to that moment. It's like opening a huge arch. Can you do it? Now, don't close your eyes, because you're not nervous now, right? Okay, so look up here. Okay, are you ready? Okay, great. Do you find that exciting? Could you inform your face about it? Because your face doesn't say anything. It doesn't say, oh, this is really great. Look how it starts at the low and goes up, whole tone scales, and it arrives at the top, and there's an A major chord at the top. Yeah, like that. All right. Your face says, I'm not interested in that. It's my hands doing that. Do you get that? It's not your hands doing it. It's your heart doing that. Your hands are following your heart. And your brain, because of those whole tone scales, right, from the beginning. Can you get a kind of excitement in that first day? Because it's going on a journey. Where's it going? All right. Okay, the violin playing is going very well. The face is not great. All right, so I would suggest, this is a very odd thing, and no violin teacher would ask you to do this, but could you practice using your face? It's an enormously useful tool. See, particularly if you go up to somebody and you want to communicate. I have met this man for many years. He used to play my orchestra. I'm so happy to see you. Look at his face. Oh, he's all lit up. We're excited to be in communication. Look at his eyes. Do you see? That's communication. Just come down here. All right, now do that same scale and do it to John. Tell him the story, because he doesn't know this piece either. He's really interested. Are you ready? No, don't look here. He's not here. He's here. Right? Right? And now. And now two. There. Yes. Good. Great, a little applause, please. And now, John, this is an odd thing to say, but I would love you to think of developing your being as hard as you develop your fingers and your hands, that they're equally important. Should I say something that Ysaye, the composer, said? This is what he said. This is the composer of the piece. He said, he warns violinists that they should never forget to play instead of becoming preoccupied with the technical elements. A violin master, he said, must be a violinist, a thinker, a poet, a human being. He must have known hope, love, passion, and despair. He must run the gamut of the emotions in order to express them all in his playing. That's something, isn't it? Now, for somebody below 13, that's not relevant. But somebody from 13 on, that's where it happens. They say, would you be available to that? Now do the second phrase and make it more than the first one. No, no, it's not here, it's here. Look at all these people. These people came all the way from New Jersey to hear you play. For goodness sake, they got up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Come here. And look how excited they are. At least you can be at least as excited as they are. Yeah, that first phrase, oh, it's like a sigh, isn't it? Pleading. Try that. Yeah, can you do a sigh? Can you sigh? Oh. Oh. Now put the sigh in the music. Yeah, notice in a sigh, the second note is very light. You feel a little sorrow in your shoulders. So you have the sorrow. You don't have the advantage of being Jewish. It's a great pity. But you could work on that. Because Jewish people do that naturally. They don't have to practice. Gypsies do it. People who experience great sadness and great sorrow and suffering do those gestures naturally. And those who don't grow up in that culture, and the culture of the Asian culture, of course, is one of sense of beauty, sense of balance, sense of everything is just gorgeous. I just got a birthday card, 'cause it was my birthday, and Kathy Chen, you know who that is? She made me a birthday card. Oh, it's so beautiful. I mean, it's all and it's all means different things, the leaves and things. I mean, it's to cry over. It's so beautiful. No suffering there. Okay, now try. Yeah, I'm not convinced. It sounds like a violinist. Yeah, you sing it, a sigh. Do it. Yeah, oh, now you play it. Yeah, those intervals are so interesting. Come back up here. Those intervals are so interesting because they're very unusual. Look here. Oh, the suffering. Yeah, the suffering phrases. Do it once again from here. Yeah, there's one thing which I think we should pay attention to, which is marks in pianissimo. So let's stay pianissimo. And the gypsies make a lot of slides. So between the F sharp and the E flat, make a little slide. Do from once again. Yeah, if you're going to do a slide, it has to be a cultured slide, not whoa, but the way you would sing it. Right, one more time. Nice. Yeah, that's hard to do because that's all loud, that's all fortissimo. And I would suggest you work on making an enormous sound. Dee, tee, ta, dee, ta, dee, ta. Sing it out, sort of enormous, gorgeous violin sound. Should we try from there? In this passage, don't rush. And then diminuendo, sighing, now play on D natural. This time he doesn't say accelerando, so this time it's just getting louder, but not faster. Once from the D. Good. The work you need to do is on beauty of sound, because when you play loud, you get aggressive. And this is not aggressive. It's grand, it's passionate, but it's not angry. And the sound has to be beautiful, because all these violinists, both Enesco and his 6 compatriots, all had fabulously beautiful sounds. So that's something to be obsessed about. Okay, so let's go on. This is from the Molto Moderato. Good. This is really hard, and it's a little too hard for you at the moment, so you're struggling with it, and you're not able to make it sound really beautiful. And I don't hear that this is in 5/4. There are 5 beats here. Da do dee da don da ti da do dee da don da ti da do dee dee tum puppy da dee. So could you just try that and make the rhythm of 5 beats come alive from here? Dee do dee da 3 and G G G B D da dee 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 1 2 3 4 5 8 2 3 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 Good. Could you do from here and express exultation and joy? Just right from here, okay? Right from here, yeah. Yeah, but real. Open everything. Open your face, your arms, your thing. Just express joy. Okay, now do it again and express joy with your face. All right. Ooh, he's got a smile there. Wow, wonderful. Here we go. This is, be careful, not aggressive. It's confidence, it's full of confidence. Bravura, he says, bravura. Confidence, but not aggression. And it has a da-dum, da-da-dum, ba-dee-dum, ba-dee, do, T. Just try from there. Do. Good. Look, there are two things I want to say before I boot you out and send you on your way to come and play in the orchestra this afternoon. Music is an expression of human experience. Music is an expression of human experience. We use our hands or our faces to make the music, but it's not about the hands. It's about whatever the composer is trying to convey. And what he's trying to convey here is joy, the dance, vitality, springing, you know, all of those fantastic energies that only music can really express. You can talk about it, but really we can only do it if we dance it. Right? So if you can get that clear in your head, that it's an expression of human feelings and experience, and then allow your body to experience it and to share it. Because at the moment, and it's not your fault, you've been brought up to be well behaved. And I'm not going to guess, but I would assume you get straight A's in school, is that right? Yeah, I knew. I always say, what a shame. You know? No, it's great you get straight A's, but what else you got? You see, that's the thing, that, because there's a certain way of being. It's a kind of like a railway line. You know exactly what to do, and you tick off all the good things to do. But I want you to go off that railway line and dance in Czechoslovakia or Lithuania, you know, or in this case, Belgium, so that you can bring something else to the party than just the hands doing well. And I think the piece is too difficult for you to be comfortable and joyous and at ease, because it's a struggle. You know, if Gil Shaham says the piece is too difficult for him to play, you could, at 13, it's not intended for you. It's a kind of feat. It's a technical feat that you can get through it. But I'm only interested in what they get from the experience of hearing this piece. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I would suggest, this is not my business, it's your business. I would put this piece away for a while. And I would play some beautiful Italian music that's all about gorgeous sound. You know, Vivaldi and those beautiful sonatas. And maybe some Bach, you know, something that is from the heart, direct, and easier than this is, because this is a huge struggle, and you're not actually achieving the struggle. You understand that? So don't be ashamed to say, okay, that mountain I'm not going to climb right now. I'm going to wait. I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to get myself ready for that mountain, and do the mountains that are appropriate for your age and stage of playing. That's what I would recommend. And I would recommend you also use your whole being, not only when you're playing the violin, but also when you meet people, when you talk to people, when you share stories. You know, the thing is to be able to communicate all the feelings about life that music portrays. Because music is not separate from life, music is life. Do you get that? That's what it's for. It's in order to express our humanity. That's why we need it. That's why I'm flying to Abu Dhabi tomorrow, right? To remind the people, because they've taken music out of the schools. They used to have music in the schools. And then they thought, what's this nonsense with European dead music? It's not dead, it's alive. This is modern music. Right? It speaks to us as much today as it ever did before, which is a problem for modern composers, because they have to fight against Beethoven and Brahms and Schubert because they're still alive, playing, speaking to all human beings. Isn't that amazing? So being available, that's what it's about. But you're doing well, but I would recommend you go on a different path at this moment in your life. Well done. Great.